Alrighty guys, Conservative Confucius back at it again with another video. We're going to be covering part 2 of the Shane Gillis live in Austin stand-up comedic special. And don't forget to go down there, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and ring the bell so you get all the notifications for the coming videos. And don't forget to come in for most likely part 3 of this comedic special. Alrighty, let's get into it.
If it means we can win. What? That's what it is. Like, as big as racism is in America, football. That's true. That's true. Look, there's a Disney movie, Remember the Titans, dedicated to what I just told you. The whole point of that, dude, that was one high school football season. Remember the Titans was like,
8
it was
weeks.
8 weeks. You know, that whole town went from like centuries of like, don't let them in our school, to just like, oh shit, the high school team's 4-0? Those are my brothers. All right, I'll get off the topic. The point I'm trying to make is if you want to get rights in America, you just got to put together a good football team. You know what I mean? Like, if the transgenders got together and put together just a fucking hard-nosed, run it down your throat ball club. If the just 3 yards in a cloud of dust of transgenders. If the trans community could just somehow upset Alabama.
Roll Tide.
Everybody down there tomorrow would be like, those are some tough bitches, actually.
I don't think so actually, but go for it if you want.
All right, we got out of that. There's some rough patches in there. That's all right.
No, it's all good, dude.
Well, this won't go great either.
We ain't pussies.
You know how like every show and movie now is like a remake of something? They just remake an old thing and just make it like more progressive. And
Oh,
just
yeah.
Put it out like they remade Ocean's 11 like a heist movie with like all gorgeous women. The movie should have been 10 minutes long. They literally should have got to the casino and just blown the security guards.
Yep.
Here's the keys to the safe. Take everything. I love you. You guys, you crazy bitches. I love you bitches. That's it. That's all they make. They either make that or they make slavery movies every year. Those are for no one. I have black friends. I was like, dude, you guys like these? They're like, no, we thought these were for you. It's like, no. We all hate those. Stop making them. It's uncomfortable.
There's a couple, I will admit, there's a couple good ones. I think, what was it, Amistad or whatever, the old one from the 90s with like that. It was like the first time I saw that black actor, I can't remember his name. He was like the first time I ever saw him in a film, and it was probably his first big film. But then, what's the other one? 12 Years a Slave isn't bad. But besides like those two, and maybe like one other one, they all just, it's like Emancipation with Will Smith, horrible. Like they're all just so awful. Like that what was that one? It was supposed to be done, I think it was done by like, it was like a horror movie or whatever, where like people from the current were getting taken to what they thought was the past, but it was just some racist group's plantation in Virginia or something, and they were just like so secluded away from people that they were able to like hide their farm in Virginia or whatever, and that's what it was. And it was like weird as hell. It was like some like movie. I think it was called like Antebellum or something, and it was just such a weird movie. No one likes that crap. Like, we don't need to get preached to every damn year.
Civil rights movies are good though. I like Judas and the Black Messiah was sick.
I hated Judas and the Black Messiah, but what was a good one to me was Black Klansman. That was dope.
Remember the Titans is great. Hidden Figures was good. The movie about the black ladies at NASA, or as my dad likes to call it, Medea Goes to the Moon. And look, that was him that said that. He said that. As soon as he said it, I was like, what did you fucking say? You don't talk like that.
It's like Daniel Radcliffe right there.
So every movie just remade is more progressive. I just think it'd be funny if like the right started remaking. You know what I mean? If they just start like conservatives, like there's a new Scooby-Doo coming out. And it'd be funny if like the right remade it. It's just like Scooby and the gang going around ripping the wigs off of transgender people. It's like, that's not a woman. Just, some guy would have got away with it. We solved the case of the Starbucks ghoul. Has enough time passed that can we admit that Trump was funny?
Hell yeah.
Can we finally admit that he was funny? Well, hold on. I don't like the tone of that. That's not what I'm going for here. Yeah.
Hey,
the great leader. No. He was funny. Now, whether or not that's a great quality,
it is.
The commander-in-chief, that's definitely up for debate. But he was funny. I saw it. And I lived in New York, so the whole time he was in office, I would be like, you know, something would happen, I'd show my friends, I'd be like, look at that. They'd be like, what? Right, it's funny. Like, there's nothing funny about Donald Trump.
You crazy? Everything is funny.
I don't know. During Hurricane Dorian,
effing hilarious.
He was like, maybe we should nuke it.
Okay, so people think like that makes him like that is stupid. Like the whole, you know, we should nuke the hurricane thing. That was a joke. Obviously, no one would ever mean that seriously, and it was a joke he was making. I think on social media is where he said it. It's not something obvious, or obviously something not something he would do. And anybody who actually takes that seriously, like it wasn't him joking and being funny, is just disingenuous as hell.
Like that was a real suggestion from the
No,
president.
it wasn't.
The president said that. The president of the United States. He was like, hey, we got a big storm coming. You guys want me to blow it up? I was like,
funny,
no,
but
what
it's
the
not
fuck
true.
are you talking? He's like, I don't know. I fuck around, dude. That's what I do. I don't know. Now that he's gone, I'll never watch a debate ever again. Can you imagine like just a regular debate now? After we witnessed the GOAT.
Hell yeah.
Undefeated in debates. And he never said a fact. You know how impressive that is?
He said a lot of facts.
He was funny and he argued like a fifth grader. He was unstoppable.
No, he said a lot of facts. Don't let people get that confused. He was really good on most debates. There was other times where he did use insults, yes. But he was actually pretty good at debates, and that's why he wants to debate Biden, is because he knows he's so mentally inept.
People would try to hit him with statistics and facts. He would just go, wrong. Like, holy fuck, dude. How was no one prepared for this?
And that's because usually they were wrong. I mean, look at, the ABC interview, I think it was, or CBS. And they were interviewing him, and whatever that's, not George, was it George Stephanopoulos or something like that? One of those douchebags. Was like, oh yeah, and mortality rates in America are so much higher than anywhere else right now. One of the worst in the world. And he's like, no, we have the lowest mortality rate. And he's like, no, Trump, I'm sorry, sir, that's wrong, Mr. President. And he's like, no, that's right. And he's like, no, you're wrong. And he's like, okay, here, and he's like, what's her name? The press secretary, the blonde girl, Kayleigh McEnany. He's like, Kayleigh, give me the stats on the mortality rates, please. And like, I guess he just knew it was coming. And literally pulls out the paper, she goes through with that, bam, hands it to him, and he's like, okay, there you go, lowest in the country, or lowest in the world. And he's just like, okay, all right. And he just had to subside, because it was true. And Trump knows his crap. People think he doesn't, just because the way he's wording in his not old age, but let's just put it this way. Since he's been about, it's weird. Ever since his first wife died, it's almost like his personality changed. The way he talks changed. It's crazy. If you go watch his old interviews and his new ones, he's just as like sharp, but he's more laissez-faire. He's more like careless with the way he like addresses people. And then it's very odd, but I mean, he's still the same guy, just as sharp, just as intelligent. He just doesn't really care about how he addresses you, which, I mean, that's up to him. That's his personal choice. And it doesn't affect the way he, works, which is great. So yeah, Let's get back.
Go back and watch those debates. You forget how good, how electric that shit was. Don't tell your friends in Austin; they'll be mad. Just get a six-pack, toss on a Trump highlight video on YouTube. It's a good night, dude. Why? I went back. I watched his first debate. That's like my favorite one. At the time, Trump was polling at like less than 1%. Like no one liked him. If you guys like him now, you didn't back then. And I know that because I watched my dad. My dad at the time, he would like, anytime Trump even came on TV, my dad would be like, get this fucking joker. Get him off the fucking screen. And then now my dad's like, yeah, fucking guys can't go to the Capitol? He's like, guys can't have fun anymore? He's like, and it was because of the debates. That's what did it, dude. That's how we got Trump, these debates. And the first one is the best one. So it's a Republican primary. Everyone's up on stage, and they're all still doing their political shit. So like the first couple guys that talk are like, I'm from Kentucky, and I love education. And the crowd's like, nice. We didn't know what was coming. And then the next guy's like, I'm from Georgia, and I love religion. And the crowd's like, pretty good. This is a good one. This is a heated debate. And then it finally got to Trump's turn to talk, and he was just like, Rand Paul is ugly? And the whole crowd was like, oh! We didn't know you could do that in this. You can just do that as your thing? And Rand Paul was like, all right, everybody, settle down. We're trying to have a debate here. And the whole crowd was like, shut the fuck up, Rand Paul. Ugly bitch.
I don't know if he actually said that, but it's hilarious if he did.
And we just kept throwing dorks up on stage to make them debate Trump.
Jeb Bush, that was
not
hilarious.
Fair. It was mean for us to have done that to people. These guys were in politics their whole lives. And they just had to debate a fucking maniac up there who didn't give a fuck, dude. And I hate to, it was fun to cheer for him in the debates. It was fun to cheer for him in the debates. Because he was going up against guys that had been in politics for like 40 years, and then he showed up to the event like, oh, fuck it, what are we talking about? Like, it was like, he had no clue. Every week he had no fucking idea. There's one debate he's like in the middle of it going back and forth about the economy with Ted Cruz. They're literally talking about the economy, and in the middle of it he's just like, Ted's wife, ugly as a dog.
I remember that.
Holy shit, dude. And Ted was like, I'm from Texas. You don't talk about a man's family like that.
Actually.
You've got a dog wife, Ted. It was like...
I don't know if it went down exactly. I don't know if it went down exactly like that, but it was pretty dang close. It was hilarious too. It was crazy. It like threw everybody. People were like, "What? Like what just happened?" I think that was actually the moment. I don't remember the Rand Paul thing, but I do remember the Ted Cruz dog face wife thing. That was crazy. And I think that's where everyone was like, holy crap, you can do that? Like,
yeah, and a week later, Ted Cruz was on TV like, I support Donald J. It's like, you pussy.
happens every time.
I will say this. The one thing that sucked about Trump losing was, for me, was because I just figured out kind of how to do his voice. Which that's kind of a bummer that it's not hard to do Trump. It's all you have to do just do that. Do that a second off from where it should be in the sentence. And then you don't have to sound like him. All you have to do is like get his cadence down. It's very easy. All you have to do is like describe something and then say you described it that way. That's it. It's every time. Like, what a big room this is. I walked in here, I said, wow, what a big room. That's it. Every time.
I've seen this little part.
Austin. A lot of homeless.
There is.
I walked in here, I said, wow, that's a lot of homeless. You guys got a lot of homeless. What are you guys doing about it? Whatever you guys are doing is not working. So just switch. I don't know what to do either. But do something. A lot of tents. Why? It's been making me laugh thinking about Trump, like, not understanding why people are homeless. I walked out, I saw him, I said, why? Are you living in tents, I could never, these guys. But I will say this about Trump. I don't want you guys to I don't want to turn this into a rally. I don't want you to...
Trump.
I will say this, and don't freak out. Just listen. I think it's fair to say that of all the presidents we've had, I think it's fair to say that Trump would have been the funniest one to see get shot.
That guy didn't like that joke, you can tell.
You know? Yeah, dude, the Patriots got fired up on that, dude. I was having fun at this show. No, look, I didn't even say it would be funny. I said funniest. It's a huge difference. Technically, there's a funniest of everything. There is. It doesn't make it funny, but there is, like, think of the worst thing you can think of. There's a funniest one. I'll go first. I'll think of one. School shooting.
I'm actually thinking of something way worse.
Zero funny.
I'm thinking of something like way, way worse. Like, okay, so obviously I come from Jewish descent. I have family in the Holocaust. I'm not saying my family, but what would be the funniest Holocaust death? There's got to be one, and everybody's gonna hate me for saying this, but I mean, there's got to be one weird one that was just like, what the hell? So maybe I don't know. You guys might not like that.
But maybe there was one where, like, the horse girl in the class, like, could sense something was coming. You know what I mean? And they were like, what's wrong? And she was like, like, you know? But back to what I was saying about, if you had, what I said was true. If you had to rank them from least funny to funniest assassination, easy.
I don't know. I think Biden would be the best to watch.
For real, he'd be talking shit like when it happened. He'd be doing like a rally. He'd be like, my opponent's gay. I walked in, I saw him. I said, wow, this guy's gay. The shooter would be coming out and be like, sit down. You're gay. Get hit. He'd definitely make a funny noise into the, like, he'd get hit, be like, and fall. He'd fall funny. I will say, I did write that joke before Biden could be added to the rankings.
Hey, see?
I don't think he would be the funniest, but the only reason Biden might be the funniest is because I think Biden's the first president you could punch assassinate.
Hey, exactly, bro. Exactly.
You know what I mean? Just walk right through the metal detectors and be like, Mr. President, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Just a body shot. I'd add that joke. My dad. So you can't be talking about killing presidents? I was like, what about Biden? He's like, yeah. My dad, he's a good...
Why does his dad sound like Biden in that joke?
Good guy. He's an alcoholic. But he's good. He's a good alcoholic. He's not hurting anybody. But every once in a while, he always has an excuse while he's drinking. That's what's funny about it. Like, he can never just get hammered and be like, yeah, I got fucked up. Like, it's always...
Yeah, it's 5
like, you'll
o'clock.
see him on, like, a Monday. You'll be like, damn, it's Monday? You're getting fucked up?
Football.
He's like, it's Monday Night Football. Have a couple of drinks. Jeez.
I know that
You
kind
see
of
him on,
guy.
like, a Tuesday. You'll be like, damn, it's Tuesday? You're getting fucked up? He's like, it's fucking... There's no football.
Basketball.
What the hell? And then my sister does heroin, and that one where like you
I have a sister who does the same thing.
do need to, you need to stop doing that. Which sucks for her, because if she played guitar, everybody would be like, But instead, she's a hairdresser, so it's not as cool. Relax. It's my family. It's my family. Don't worry about it. Actually, based on this crowd, I'm sure it's actually a lot of your guys' families. And that's all right. We're allowed to talk about it. My sister, so she was doing heroin.
Every person, almost every white person too, especially, every white American most likely has a drug addict in their family. Most likely a heroin addict as well. It's crazy.
We had to have a intervention for her. She lived out in Pittsburgh. We live in the middle of Pennsylvania, so we had to trick her to come home. You got to trick them. I don't know if you know these guys. They're not just fucking stopping by. They're very busy. They're the busiest people. They get a bad rap for being lazy because they take a lot of naps. But if they're awake, they're fucking they're very busy. They're scurrying around, dude, doing quests. That's what they do. If you do heroin long enough, you run out of money. You got to start doing quests.
Yeah. I mean, there's the receipt quest where I don't know if this one is still around. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I used to do it when I was younger. I was into, when I was a teenager, I did heroin until I was about 20, from about 13 to 20 years old. And it was crazy. I mean, I never liked stealing, but I had friends who would like get desperate and I would just go with them and sit in their car while they did it. And what they would do is they'd go to like Home Depot and they would find like receipts, and they would look for like a receipt that had like an item that was worth like, $100 or $150 or $50 or whatever, something. And they would then go in there and it'd be a cash receipt. So you have to have cash, but they would then go into, and they do this at Walmart too. And then you go into the Home Depot and you would try to steal that item if it wasn't too big. And then you would go outside, have someone else come in and try to return it, and either get cash or a gift card. And then you would go sell that gift card at either like there was this place you could go do it. Now I think they have like ATM machine like things where you can go in and like, there was one at a Safeway. I saw one once. It was just next to the ATM machine, and I saw it like, sell your gift cards here or whatever, and you could go in there and they give you like certain amount of percentage per dollar. And yeah, so basically that's what they did. And I mean, this has been going on for years, and Walmart like got real tough about it. Like you could only return, I think it's like two things a year without an ID, or no, sorry, without a receipt or something. Or no, that's right. People were stealing stuff at Walmart without receipts. That was it. And instead of like, they would only allow you to return something without a receipt at Walmart once or twice a year, and you had to use your ID, and then they would like clock it in. And then otherwise, even all the other ones, you need your ID as well. And they would start like cataloging people and stuff. And then they started catching people like stealing and stuff. They would look, they would see the person on the camera. They would catalog their, time that they were there. And then they would look over the, last few weeks, has this person stolen anything? And they started catching lots and lots of people. It was crazy. That's why loss prevention was started at Walmart.
It's like a fucked up game of Zelda every day. You just wake up to a new quest. It's like, you need to gather copper.
Yeah, sorry about the camera. Got messed up there for a second.
Gonna find a scrapyard. It sounds nice. I wish I got quests. But eventually the quests get pretty dark. Scrapyard, that's like level 1. Towards the end, the quests are, you need to get titty fucked behind the Home Depot.
Home Depot. Back at it again with the Home Depot.
That's when it's time for a change.
Yep.
So we had to come up with a plan to trick her to come home for the intervention. The plan we came up with was we told her that we had won tickets to go to Six Flags. And it worked. She called back. She was like, all right, I'll be there. She got on the first bus. It's like a 7-hour bus ride. It's nothing to them, dude. Nothing. If you take heroin, every bus is a bullet train. It's a 5-minute ride, tops. Anyway, so the plan was pick my sister up from the bus stop, not take her to Six Flags, take her to a hotel where we're going to have an intervention. I didn't want to start the intervention with like a lack of trust. So I took her to Six Flags. The day of her intervention. That day, she and I went to Six Flags together. And I thought that was a nice gesture, but it turns out intervention is supposed to be rock bottom. You know what I mean?
Not the best day of your life.
Like, intervention's supposed to be the worst day of your life. Not like you're tired from easily the best day. I mean, she took heroin and rode roller coasters. It was impossible. We sat her down, we're like, you better fucking change your life. She's like, oh, I'm going back tomorrow. We're like, no. And I was with her. She was fucked up. If you know anyone from Pittsburgh, you know what she was wearing. She was wearing a Steelers jersey and pajama pants.
Steelers pajama pants.
Steelers
Yeah. Oh.
pajama pants.
Yeah. Dude, they literally wear those things everywhere. They wear the Steelers pajama pants with like the Steelers symbol like just all over it, like everywhere. And those are worn everywhere. It is crazy. I mean, even in Philly, those things are everywhere, dude. People are insane. Like, Steelers fans are crazy. They always wear like a gray or black Steelers shirt or hoodie with a, sometimes like a Steelers hat or something else. But then like the Steelers pajama pants, they wear them everywhere. They'll have the fluffy versions. It's crazy. Like, I know exactly what he's talking about.
She dusted off her finest Heinz Ward for the occasion. So we get in there. There's a water park there. We didn't know. They added that. We haven't been there since we were kids. We get in there. There's one of those water slides. It's just like a fucking straight drop. Like, no sides on it, no raft, just by yourself. She looks at it. She's like, I want to go up on that one. I was like, yeah, all right, yeah, fuck it, I knew she was going to rehab like that night. So I was like, yeah, go get this one in. You're about to have a rough couple months here. This is going to be. Also, I figured they would stop her. She was wearing a Steelers jersey and pajama pants, trying to get on a water slide. All they did was make her take her fucking Crocs off. Her yellow Crocs. So she's climbing up this ladder. She gets to the top of this fucking giant water slide. And you know how, like, when it's your turn next on a water ride, you gotta, like, lay there in that water and, like, wait to go? She
nodded off. Tell me she nodded off, please.
She nodded off.
Oh, shit. I knew it.
She took a nap.
Dude, they
up
do
at
that.
the top, like a Dracula.
Dude, the new shit that's going around in Philadelphia and in Pittsburgh is it's fentanyl. So, like, and they cut it with tranquilizer. If you watch, like, a documentary, you can see that. And that shit makes you, like, just, like, zombie out. Like literally, people bent over, like, fully, hands on the ground, like, completely bent over at the waist, all the way. It's crazy. And they're still standing up. It's insane. So they nod off everywhere, dude. And it's not even the opiates that do that. It's the tranquilizer. And it's insane. And yeah, I mean, I've seen people nod off doing everything. On a payphone, on their cell phone, eating food. I've seen people nodding off over bus stops, on bus stops, standing up, in a trash can, trying to get something out of the trash can and nodding off in the trash can and just passing out. I've seen it everywhere, dude. It is crazy. I've seen people nod off on Ferris wheels, on what else? I mean, I can think of so many different places, subways, buses, in cars, like in traffic. I've seen people nod off. It's crazy, dude.
Laying in front of some high school lifeguard that's like, ma'am, it's your turn. He just sent her down, dude, asleep, just
Beautiful looking.
Flying down this thing, dude. There's a ramp at the end. She hit her. We all got to watch her wake up in air.
That must have been some really heavy tranquilizer.
She did the whole fucking.
Yeah, if she definitely didn't wake up until the end, it was definitely tranquilizer and fentanyl.
I don't know how that wasn't fucking rock bottom. It's like you woke up in air. Anyway, don't be sad about it. She's good. She did go to rehab. And that's good. Yeah, she's done. She stopped using it. She's sober. She's all good. She's 2 years clean. Yeah. It's good.
Oh, yeah. Good for her.
She did get cancer, though. So.
Yeah, that is.
And COVID. Cancer and COVID.
Alrighty, guys. That's going to be that for part 2 of the Shane Gillis Live in Austin stand-up comedic special reaction. Alrighty, we're going to get into the next one. Don't forget to go down there, like, subscribe, and we'll catch you in part 3 of this video. Alrighty.